Sierra Leone relies heavily on agriculture, which accounts for almost half of its gross domestic product. 60% of the population work in the agriculture sector, and majority of them are women. In this story, Azizat Olaoluwa went to Matagelema in southern Sierra Leone to see how a group of women have managed to turn their farming into a highly profitable business.
In Matagelema, a community in southern Sierra Leone, a group of female farmers have transformed previously unusable swamp land into thriving rice paddies. It's now a steady source of income for them.
When government officials came, they asked if we would be able to farm here because we were all women. I said yes, that God would help us.
A group of single mothers and widows who needed to provide for their families banded together in 2020 to form a small farming collective called the Matagelema Association. After an 11-year civil war and Ebola, a lot of women in the country became widows and many girls were forced to leave school early.
When we started work, it was really tough for us. People used to mock us that we were wasting our time. But now when they see us transporting rice, they feel ashamed.
Farming and small-scale market trading are the main jobs that are open to women in this part of the country until now. This used to be an unusable swampland, but these women have turned all that around. They converted 25 acres of inland valley swamp to a thriving farmland. They primarily grow rice, vegetables and legumes. It's labor-intensive, but with the help from the World Food Programme, they've gone from producing just enough to feed themselves to a lucrative business. They came to the attention of the WFP and the government. They provided training resources to the women in order to help them expand their farming business.
It's a multifaceted project that we deem puts the farmers in those areas on a very good path to self-sufficiency. We are seeing notable gains in ownership of the project.
At least 60% of Sierra Leone's population work in the agriculture sector, but on a small scale. The government has an estimated 260,000 hectares of swamps, which have the potential to be converted into paddy fields. This is why the government is keen for more farmers to follow the footsteps of this particular group.
Well, we are trying to mitigate the effects of climate change, so we are moving our farmers from the upland to the inland valley swamps. Most of the projects are now designed with market linkages.
A government scheme called the Agriculture Credit Facility was founded last year. It distributes seeds and fertilizer to farmers. An agricultural bill that will enhance food security is due to be presented to Parliament later this year. The hope is that with these measures put in place, more Sierra Leoneans will become self-sufficient in the future.
Interesting.